What? Delete.
Cut that. Wait, why did you take the rice away from her? We forgot our creatine today. Oh yeah, a whole hand.
A whole hand then.
So for our 5-year anniversary, we'll be taking Annabelle's flavored creatine.
Oh yes, and we're gonna be sipping on it throughout the entire episode.
Yeah, so that there are no incidents on today's episode.
We do need someone to do that for us, though.
Need some water. Production. Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy 5 episodes.
Happy 5 episodes.
Yay! Look at us.
Ooh, production.
Thank you.
There we go.
This is I definitely need that spoon, y'all. It's all at the bottom.
It'll settle too. Yeah, so you're gonna have to swivel it, just like our chairs.
This is a vibe though. Who said no swiveling?
Dylan.
Not allowed.
Now we gotta cheers again.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yay.
Look at us.
Look at us. Brazil was incredible.
Brazil was incredible.
Yeah.
India was incredible.
India was incredible.
But let's start with your 1-year anniversary.
The most recent thing that happened.
Yeah, that's
can you
huge.
believe I've been married for a year, dude? I think we got like kind of close when I invited you to my wedding, right? That was like an initiation to like, hey, I think we should be
there
like.
was something before the wedding, right? Wasn't it?
It was like a bridal shower, birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then I was in Brazil and I couldn't make it to your wedding. Kind of sucked.
Yeah, so you were in Brazil literally a year ago too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a yearly thing for you then. Has it been for a while?
Starting to.
Yeah,
It
that's
will.
smart. That's nice.
Yeah,
Right
be more
around the
traditional.
anniversary. Yeah, man, it feels I don't know, it feels kind of crazy. Like the year flew by so fast and we kind of had to look up and be like, "Oh my God, it's March again." Like I didn't feel, and I feel like everyone that we spoke to didn't feel. Everyone was like, "It's been a year already? Like how is that?"
You guys did so much.
We
too.
did so
I think time
much.
just flew by.
Which I think is a good thing, right? Like good times go fast. So it is honestly, I mean, it's a blessing. And then we chose to spend it with family because we traveled so much like to
Did
India.
that year happen in India? Or was it
No, it was after.
Okay.
Yeah, so we chose to like be home and spend it with family. And then we did this tradition where, you know, like the chura that the brides wear,
saw
like
you
the
put the
bangles and
bracelets
stuff.
and the
Yeah.
milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like there's a bunch of different rules of like how long you're supposed to keep it on.
Okay.
So some people do 40 days, some brides do a year. So I've been like wearing it to certain events and like
Yeah.
enjoying it so much.
For
And
this
then
past year?
for the past year. And then we did this tradition where like my sister-in-law takes them off and then kind of like puts them away. She's like, "You're done. Like enough. Like you are no longer like a new." It's such a cynical way to look at it, but that's how I felt. Like it was kind of emotional because it was like, okay, now you're like officially married.
Yeah.
Your newlywed era is or like, you know, and in olden days it was like get your ass in the kitchen type shit. But it like you felt it like just it was like a weird shift.
Did you get emotional?
A little bit. My mom got emotional too, and I had so much fun wearing them.
Yeah.
And I think I'm allowed to
Are you
wear.
not? Yeah, I was about to
I can't
ask.
wear the whole thing anymore.
Oh.
I'm allowed to wear like pieces, which I might do like every year maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, I can't wear it's done. It's over. Yeah, so we did that. And then we had like
I know you did something at the Gurudwara, right?
yeah, we did langar. So they give you like you have an option to do like a shukrana langar, which means that you just like our gurdwaras allow us to like pick a date and then your family like, you know, writes down that we're going to come and like do seva and like community service and like make the meal for everyone the following day. So we just as a family like did that and it was like super fun because I feel like it's so nice to have the option to like do something where you can see everybody but also at the same time like like want to get blessings from God and like show that you're grateful and want to give back and stuff. So we decided to do that because we traveled so much already and I feel like this is more memorable than like a dinner and stuff. And then, you know,
went on late too, right?
Oh my
'Cause
gosh.
I saw you ended it at like 10 p.m.
Yeah, we were prepping the night before
And
then that's where, you know, the niece incident happened where
where she was
we had a
climbing on the
1-year-old climbing up shoe racks and stuff. So, but it was a really fun time. It was good. And then we're extending the celebrations and we're getting tattoos on Friday.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about it, which I mean, we've been thinking about it for a while
cherry on
because we've
top.
been together 7 years, only married 1, which again, like doesn't feel separate, which I can't tell if it's a good thing or not, but
I
yeah.
wanted to ask you if like getting married or becoming a wife that first year, did anything change? Because you know how everybody says, oh, once you get married, things are going to be different.
I hated it so much when people say that because I feel
Oh,
like
you're not going to have time to go to the gym or take care of yourself.
it's infuriating. I think it's all a choice, and I'm 10 toes down on the opinion that like sometimes you subconsciously use big life milestones to justify certain choices, and maybe it's not even conscious to want to like use it as not an excuse, as an excuse
in a way.
In a way. And it's so easy to do that, right? Like, I'm just so busy with this, like I can't. And I think that
priorities.
Yeah, I think it's important to like, priorities. And it's always important to ask yourself, like, I had like it's so weird. I had a random conversation with a random coworker like 10 years ago. And he was like, why don't you work out in the morning? Because that was a time where I wasn't working out. And I was actually on the other side, like my beginning of my journey, like venting about how I don't have time. And he's like, why can't you just go in the morning? And I was like, well, I can't. I'm like not a morning person. I can't. And he was like, why? Why can't you? Like, he's like, let's break down why you can't.
Right.
And he like broke it down. And he was like, you're like the only thing that's in your way of your I can't. Like, there is nothing stopping you actually. So I feel like if you just like really break it down, it's like
to that
you definitely can. And it's a choice.
I think you and you and I'm so sorry. I think you and Soak do an incredible job at that. Like that first year of marriage, a lot of people kind of like lose themselves in maybe the relationship or that tag, right? But you both have like your individual goals.
Yeah.
And you both support each other in it, and
I think it's important.
Just, like, growing.
Yeah.
It's so I think it's
yeah. I think that's a key to like just a relationship in general. I think you really have to compartmentalize the role you want your partner to play in your life. And you have to acknowledge that you're responsible for so much more, and your partner can't carry the role of everything, and it can't entertain you all the time, and can't be your purpose, and can't like, to an extent, but you have to have something outside of your relationship if you want your life as a whole to like continue to excite you and stuff, so that you can continue to bring new things to the table. And it's not like,
do you think that's a mistake that other couples,
I mean, yeah, I'm sure, and like different things work for different people, but this
Right.
just works for us so well. Like I think
you guys found like your dynamic?
yeah, and like it's yeah, and I feel like us wanting to work on our independent things pushes the other one to want to continue to work on it.
Yeah.
And then we always come to the table with like other exciting news and stuff, and then we get to enjoy each other's accomplishments and progression together, and it keeps us busy, and it keeps our brains sharp, and it just keeps things like exciting enough where we don't have to like look for things actively or talk shit about people. First, frankly, I think that's what happens, I think, a lot when you're not able to like focus on yourself, which I see a lot happening in society a lot, to be honest. I think a hobby is the answer to a lot of things. Doesn't matter what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's been really, really good. So yeah, I mean, that's big beautiful milestone.
Yeah. It was his first time in India.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Your family?
Yeah.
That side of the family?
Yeah. Sook's first time. Sook loved it. I think there's like this feeling you get when you like touch the ground that you're like from, kind of. It was emotional. It was really emotional. India slows your nervous system down so well. It just like calms you and makes you realize that you should just go touch some grass and like not walk fast everywhere, and just like enjoy looking at birds and walking around outside. You know, it was just very like wholesome in that way. You know, my grandparents, and we went to and we went to the Golden Temple, which again, like, was very emotional, and India was incredible. There's never enough time, right? There's never enough time. Hopefully we get to go again soon. But it was really nice. It was, and he got to sit with my grandma. We didn't go with like a whole laundry list of things to do, which is usually the case. So this time we just chilled. It was awesome.
That's good.
It was good. And how was Brazil?
It was so good.
Yeah.
It was magical. It truly was. Just like waking up in nature, and I feel like a different Annabelle. I think it's kind of what you said about India. It's like a slower pace, and I just feel a lot more present, less anxious, no pressure with work or clients. And I'm just like in my element, sun, beach.
Do you feel like if you lived there, you would be that same different Annabelle just because of the environment, or is it because...
I truly do think so. Yeah. And then coming back to New York, it's always like a little shock. Because weather, gloomy, chaotic. Yeah. Did you horseback ride? Yes. You did? We did go first horseback riding. No, second time. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Did you talk to your horse? No, I didn't.
You
Actually,
like
it did
whisper
get
your
cold.
horse?
Yeah.
Dude, horses are so
It
magical.
was. I was just a little upset because I did this last year and we were able to like gallop and trot with it.
Uh-huh.
And then this time I booked it,
Uh-huh.
we were just walking the whole time.
Why?
For like 2 hours. The
'Cause
guy, I don't know, maybe someone fell on like the excursion and now they're like more cautious about
You
it.
couldn't gallop?
No. You're
Was
just
it like a horse on
walking.
a beach?
But it was really nice. Yeah, it was like going through sand dunes, forest, beach.
Oh my
back.
God.
Yeah, it was
what
really
a
pretty.
life. And then you did a lot of like in
Other
nature
little things.
Airbnb stays.
Yeah. We did one city Airbnb and then we went straight to,
Yeah.
yeah.
Was there bugs?
What is it?
That's my biggest thing with like nature stays because they look beautiful.
Oh, bugs?
Was the bugs bad?
Yeah.
They're bad.
I feel like I was constantly complaining
Really?
about something and telling Dylan to kill something.
The bug? Really? It looks really nice. And then the outdoor gym I saw. Did you guys go there like more than once?
Oh, that was on the first day.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was super cool.
And the
we
day-
only went there once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did. You
So
can't really get a workout in there.
Sorry?
You can't get a workout in there like properly, right?
Not properly. No, it was just for the vibes.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
scenery. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did that. Yeah, the 2 nature Airbnbs. There was one Airbnb was super cool because it had 4 different little cabins.
Were all 4 cabins yours?
No.
Oh.
We stayed in one that was called Sagui. Sagui is like a tiny little monkey.
Uh-huh.
And then the other 3, one was called Capybara, one was
All
toucan.
animals.
Yeah, all animals. And then only on the second day did we understand that you could see all of those animals on the property.
You saw the monkey?
And the monkeys were right next to ours. They were chilling by the bamboo.
Did they steal stuff? Because I heard monkeys steal stuff.
No, they didn't steal anything. We had to like set out food and reel them in. Yeah, and they would jump on our balcony and
Oh
get
my
it.
God,
It
that's
was
so
sweet.
cute.
Yeah, we didn't see the toucan, but we did see the capybara.
Oh my God.
Just chilling in the wild.
Coming back must have been so hard. It must have been so tough. And you came back like when it was still cold. And there was snow on the ground, right?
Snow, gloomy,
Yeah.
yeah, all of it.
Yeah.
I know. Coming back from paradise, calm, wholesome moments to this was pretty tough.
Are you still like adjusting, you feel?
No, I think I'm a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to check myself real quick though, because like as soon as I came back, there's always like post vacation blues.
Yeah.
I don't know if you felt that too with
Yeah.
India, but yeah. I
Like
was
your
just,
routine
sad.
doesn't feel worth it.
Yeah,
Like
it's like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
I'm so happy in that lifestyle. I feel so Annabelle, so myself.
yeah.
Dylan saw a different side of me.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the lifestyle that I should be living.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think, damn, if I'm so happy there, why am I not?
Yeah.
Like, what could I do to get me to a lifestyle that's closer to that?
Is
right?
that like a goal now, you
I
feel?
think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving at least to somewhere with warmer weather. I don't know if I would actually do like a country switch so soon. Yeah, because that's a whole other conversation. But I think the first step would be warmer weather. Yeah. So maybe south.
Yeah. But you know how much courage it takes to like even realize that and be like, okay, this is like, I need to get
This is what I
closer
want.
to an environment that blossoms me like
Oh,
that,
yeah.
you know?
I mean, I've always felt this, but I think now, as you get older, these realizations just like settle in. And you're
Yeah.
like, life is short. What are we
Yeah.
doing? What, am I going to move to the beach when I'm 50?
Yeah,
No, I'm
yeah.
32. I should do
Yeah.
this shit now if I ever want to even like raise a family. and
Yeah. Yeah.
that. But yeah, so I was like sulking in that for a bit, like missing it and kind of being mopey. But then, like I said, I had to check myself and remind myself that life in New York is also good, right? And so you saw in that little post that I made, like I just started romanticizing like life and just realized what are little things that make me happy here in New York. And then yeah, it was just that little perspective shift.
What
and
were
now
some of the
I'm
things?
better. Just like noticing little things and being more present. So like, I don't know, the sunrise on the buildings, you know, or like getting a coffee and like people watching, and just little interactions that I would have during the day
Yeah.
that I miss so much, that I would have so many of those interactions in Brazil. Here it's a little bit less, but
And
yeah,
they're
there are
different.
things to hold on
yeah.
to.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
then I'm like, you know what, life is
Not so bad.
it's not so
It's just
bad. Yeah.
different. Like it's
really
apples and
is.
oranges. You know, you get different
Yeah.
things in different places.
Do you ever think, like, have you two discussed moving to India or like another country? Or are you happy in New York?
I feel like my biggest anchor here is just family. And
Yeah.
I think like when I think about like what I want my life to look like. It's like I can't imagine just not being close to my brother and my parents because I spend so much time with them and we love it.
Yeah.
So to me, that is like home. It doesn't really matter where it is. So I think
wherever they
it's
are,
wherever they
that's
are.
where you want to
Yeah.
be. Is he the same way with his
Yeah.
family too?
Yeah, I would say so. Like unless we had a very significant reason to move, I don't think that any like for you it's the environment and then the weather and stuff. As much as I would love to do that, I wouldn't do that if my parents weren't there. You know what I mean? So, and we're very fortunate that everyone's from the same place, so we never have to choose.
Yeah.
But I completely feel you on the blues because sometimes I feel like the hustle and bustle of New York. I feel like it's less the environment for me and it's less of the weather environment. It's more of the hustle environment.
Yeah.
But you're right. But then sometimes I also catch myself and I'm like, wow, like people like spend their whole life trying to get to New York.
I know.
And we're like in this city and sometimes you're looking at the Empire State and you're like, what? Like what is how, you know?
Many people travel the world to be where we are right now.
Yeah.
And we don't appreciate it. It's
Yeah.
always like that.
Yeah. And there are a lot of things in New York. And then sometimes when I leave, after a week or two, I always feel this. I'm like, I need to go back to New York. I can't deal with these
do you
people.
miss that?
Everyone's so
Really?
slow. Yeah. I can't.
Yeah, I don't get that.
So it pulls me back a little bit. But yeah, again, I think you're right. It's a perspective shift and it's like a mindset. And you have to, there's chapters in life and like, you know, we have the energy for this chapter right now. So I try to remind myself, like, just keep pushing because this is a time to
make the money.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
take all the
And the hustle and the
hustle and the
yeah. Ride the subways with the crazy people. Do the things. But yeah, I mean, how was training? Because I know you were.
I mean, on paper, it was, we did the things, right?
Yeah.
Trained 3 times a week,
Yeah.
followed a program, but you know how it is. Like, you're in another country, different equipment,
Yeah.
different atmosphere. It
Yeah.
doesn't really feel the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Things felt a little different.
Did you stick to like one gym the whole time?
Yeah, we did. Well, I mean, we did that outdoor gym just for fun, and then there were actually 2 gyms. Yeah, because the island is quite. I want to say it would take like 45 minutes, depending on the time of the day that we would go
Okay.
to the gym. So sometimes we would just pick one that was like 20
Closer.
minutes away.
Yeah.
Even though we like
Yeah.
the one that's far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then
but
did you
it's New
feel
York.
like when you got back, because I noticed this too, like did you feel like because you trained so intentionally in Brazil
Yeah.
that when you got back to New York it was easier to like overcome vacation blues because your training was like it didn't get hard, it wasn't hard to like get back into it?
I know what you mean.
You know
Like,
what I mean?
Sometimes when you don't train on vacation and you get back, you're like, fuck, I lost all my strength.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
And it always takes like a week to get back into
Get
it.
back into it.
Yeah.
I guess that did help.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, which is good. And then you
But I literally landed and the next day I had clients. So
Oh,
I
man.
didn't even have time to breathe. It was just like in it.
and jet lag. You didn't have jet. Did you have
It
jet?
wasn't bad.
No?
No.
Jet lag took me
Oh, I'm
out.
sure.
I don't know what it was.
What's the
And
difference?
huh?
For India
12
and
hour no 10 and a half hours, something like that.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell you what happened the next day I came back because it's so crazy how much we don't realize what our bodies internally are going through. And sometimes you just like this is like I have this issue of like being really hard on myself of like why can't I get that right? So I trained the next day after I got back and I was like, well, I slept on the plane, so I'll be fine. Like, I got my 8 hours. Like, you know, my body should be able to function. So I go to the gym, and I couldn't even, like, put up my warm-up weight. Like, I couldn't even.
That's crazy.
I was like, why is this so heavy?
So frustrating.
Full-on crash out. I was like, what happened? And it just, like, messed with me. And, like, but then I, like, had to have it. And, like, so, like, Kami, he's like, look, dude, like, we just travel across the world, food. Look at the. Let's be real,
Let's be
okay? Be an
logical
adult. Like, like, go take a nap. Yeah, these are the facts. This is where you are. So, but it really makes you realize how much your body is internally doing to keep up with all of the changes and shifts and stuff. So, it's important to give yourself. Like, I don't think we realize how much travel messes with you. Yeah. So. Does. But we're back. I mean, that was like a couple of weeks ago. I mean, I feel like I'm back to normal now. I finally feel like got the groove.
Last
week,
good.
I
felt better.
Yeah. But you came back from travel. You adjusted. You did clients, and now you are.
We have this meet coming up.
How's training
I'm
going?
not gonna lie. When we were training in Brazil, I really thought that. I think in the back of my head, I was like, he's not gonna. Like, it'll be okay for me to just drop out of this.
Yeah, because
I'll have the excuse of I trained in Brazil, wasn't very consistent. Training's not so good because like the kilos and
Yeah.
and plus beach and alcohol and like just
It's
enjoying
fine,
myself.
yeah.
I really thought that I was gonna get away with it, but
So what made you feel like what made you go for it then? Because you were on the fence, right?
I was on the fence. One was Dylan just saying you already booked everything.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You paid for it. You just have to pay for the comp to
Yeah.
be part of it. Everything's set. You might as well just do it. You have been training, even though if you don't think it's ideal, it's still a prep.
Yeah.
And then I think what did it was speaking to this one girl too at the gym, Jess. She asked me how I was feeling, and she's like, imposter syndrome, and I was like, yeah 100%, that's what I'm feeling. And then Dylan was like, speak to her please, and she said, you just have to do it, like, everybody deserves to be on the stage, right? Don't compare, the nerves are normal.
Such a good community.
Yeah, it's just really nice.
Yeah, and it's like, what do you lose? You don't lose anything.
Nothing.
It's just another training session for you.
I think I'm just a little hard on myself because I expect to hit certain numbers, or like I want to do good.
Yeah.
And I feel like if only training was better, if only I trained longer, I would
be better and hit your
better and
numbers.
stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, training kind of skyrocketed, and that
Dude, your numbers?
That gave me some confidence.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Fuck it.
It's all the food you ate in Brazil.
Maybe.
Oh my God.
Or just me. I feel like I do underestimate myself quite a bit. Do you
We
feel
all
like
do.
you do that too?
Yeah,
Like,
we all
we're
do.
so much stronger.
So much comparison, man. It's so hard in this industry, and I feel like people don't talk about how normal it is, because I was at
Oh my God, your fitness expo.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was the best week of my life.
That was fun.
It was so fun.
It reminded me of like my IHFF days, but times 100.
Oh my
'cause
God.
The size of
Yeah.
Arnold's.
It was awesome. And I've also never been to Arnold before. I've been to Olympia.
Yeah.
And then the IHFF and stuff,
but
very
Arnold was,
different.
like, huge.
Yeah.
Bigger than Olympia, right?
I think the expo just felt bigger because I think
Yeah.
Olympia's more. I feel that it's more like show
focused.
focused. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went with Young LA, which was also an incredible experience. I've never, I work in corporate America, so like networking in that aspect is very natural to me. I've just never done it for my fitness piece of my life, and it was just such an eye-opening experience. I met so many different people, so many different personalities. Everyone is so encouraging, which just makes
Did you have like a different...
I didn't. I thought it was going to be really hard because I've just never been in those rooms before. I'm like, maybe I don't talk like these people.
Influencers, what it was going to be like. Yeah.
Incredible. And I was humbled so quickly. Like, I was supported so quickly. I mean, Young LA is such a good, such good people, incredible brand. Everyone is so sweet.
Oh,
And
man, I love that.
oh my God, it was such a good time. And like,
how many days? 3?
It was 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was just, I mean, I felt like there was so much like excitement for myself as a person, so much pride for myself as a brand.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know if this is true, but I felt like I was the only, because I didn't see anybody else, but I felt like I was the only like affiliated athlete that was not only Punjabi, not only a woman, but also Indian there at the entire expo.
Really?
Yeah. So that just felt like opening so many, there's just like, there's pockets, right? Very, very little pockets. And I think I can count on like one hand the amount of people I've seen in those spaces at these kinds of expos. And that was just like so awesome.
That's
but
what
then,
I was be a part of.
oh my God, yeah. So I'm really happy, like, dude, so grateful for the opportunity. Such a fun time.
You had an amazing time.
Oh my God.
So cool.
I was so sleep deprived, but
you were in it. You were the
I was in
microphone.
it. I was like screaming at people. Oh my God, it was so fun. And then, but I mean, to your point of like the imposter syndrome stuff, like it's all relative. Like, I think people need to realize like everything is relative, because your body goals or like your, oh my God, she's so strong, I want to look like her. That girl is also looking at somebody else feeling the same way, or that girl is feeling some type of way about like you being lucky that you have like this type of legs, or you can wear shorts because of this reason, or like you're this or you're that, whatever. And it's a jaw-dropping moment when you have conversations with people. Like, I saw women that had bodies that I would like, you know what I'm saying? And I have sometimes people coming up to me and be like, your body goals, and I'm like, but she's body goals. But then like, so I feel like it's just I feel like it never ends, and I feel like your mindset is the only thing that can, like, you just got to do the thing.
Right.
You just got to do the damn thing, and you're going to do the damn thing.
It's always hard as a beginner, like your first expo.
Yeah.
Me going into powerlifting,
Yeah.
right? Because it's so easy to compare yourself to people who have thousands of followers or have been affiliated with Young LA, and you're just stepping into this, right?
Yeah.
Or competing with the girls who have done this for 7 years, and it feels like I'm a little bikini competitor again, you know?
Yeah.
But it's cool to be new at something and to like
learn and I think being uncomfortable. I saw this thing before I left, like and this was a huge like push for me to like do this, because it's like I think that in today's world we don't support being the feeling of being uncomfortable enough. I feel like we want to just be comfortable and just do things that like we're kind of used to, that we're good at. But like everything good that's come your way in life has happened because you were uncomfortable at some point. Right.
Gotta remind yourself.
But
it's like the older that we get, it's almost like we forget that.
Also, we like run out of energy quickly. I don't know about you, but like I'm gassed all the time. So it's hard to like convince yourself to like be outside like that.
I don't think.
only for the hour the camera's on. But no, I hear you. But we're doing it. We're doing
doing the thing.
We're doing the thing. We talked about the expo, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, and then we talked about imposter syndrome and like just doing the damn thing. Just doing the damn thing. Okay.
And like quit comparing.
Yeah. I also feel like, so this is weird because I saw this meme today about how an object in motion stays in motion, which I think is so funny because I feel like sometimes if I stop, I'm just going to collapse out of pure exhaustion. But like my point being is I feel like I've gotten into my point is I have a point. Let me land. My point is, I lost my point. My point crash. I think sometimes the other reason that we like doubt ourselves going into new things is because like the identity that we build with things that we've done for a really long time tend to like just be such a big define us. And then we have such a hard time letting it go. So sometimes you don't even know if you like want it anymore, but you just don't know who you are without it.
I feel like I can relate to that with the whole bikini competitor to powerlifting.
Yeah, because you've been Annabel bikini competitor for
years, right?
How many years?
Like I had this, how many years? Sorry. I don't know, 2014?
It's like over 10 years.
Over 10.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
So, can I?
Yeah.
Bring it back?
Yeah.
Okay. There was model Annabelle.
Yeah.
For the longest time, it was that. And then I wanted to transition into fitness because I loved it so much. Started out in India, blah, blah, blah. That was an easy switch because I wanted that to happen.
Right.
Yeah. But then bikini competitor Annabelle wins, moves to the United States, starts her life, and then I identified as Annabelle bikini competitor. That was all I was about.
Right.
That's what I would show. Right?
Yeah.
And then when I realized over the years that I wasn't placing top in pro shows, and maybe that dream of reaching the Olympia stage as a natural athlete was so far away, I kind of felt like, who am I?
Yeah.
Without the bikini competitor tag.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what you were just saying, like getting into powerlifting now, I think it's quite humbling because I used to be good at this, right? I mean, you turn pro as a bikini competitor, and now here I am starting from ground zero.
Which is such a cool concept if you think about it, because I feel like as humans, we tend to like want things to be so black and white. With like, I should be able to say I am this, and I should be, and like that's why ebbing and flowing into new territory is so scary, because it's like, if I let this part of my identity go, my clout will go, my ego's gonna get hit, like all of these things. But it's so important to acknowledge it, because otherwise you're never gonna be open to learning new stuff.
And then I don't want to be that 40-year-old woman who's like, I was an IFBB pro. Just like hold on to that story.
Yeah, and then you're like,
all they have to say about their life.
And like, you know.
Yeah, that was years ago, bro. Come on.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. And I think I caught myself with that, because sometimes when you're in these spaces, you have to be very careful, and you have to like always hold up a mirror to yourself, I feel, because I almost caught myself being like, my last show was 2 years ago. That's outdated metrics. Maybe I should do another one just so I can continue to call myself a bodybuilder.
And to stay relevant.
But
I don't think like that too.
But then I thought about it, and I was like, I don't really want to do that though. Like,
Right.
I don't want.
Because now we're doing that for others, not ourselves.
Correct. And I'm happy I caught that because prep is no joke. It is, none of it is a joke.
Not to be played with.
It is not to be, and if you don't really want it enough, you should not be doing that.
If it's not 100% yes, it's a no.
Yeah.
With the prep. Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So we're, but it takes. I mean, it takes a lot of self realization to get to that point, though.
Yeah.
But I'm happy. Like, I mean, you just gotta talk about it, man. You just gotta talk about it. So how are you feeling? So you're competing on Saturday. And
And what?
how do you feel?
Ugh, nervous.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. You know why? Because I did a first local meet and that was great. And then I'm riding on that wave and I'm like, yeah, let's do another one.
Yeah.
And now I signed up for states.
Yeah.
And I had no idea that how big it was. It's in a convention center, Hargun.
That's all. But then that means the stage. That means 100 times the adrenaline. Honestly.
I hope so. I
Just-
freaking hope so. I
yeah.
hope that I am.
Aren't you already like blacked out though?
No, it's not hitting me yet.
No, but like when you walk on the platform, like aren't you already just like, right? So you don't even see the people. It's not like you're.
I don't think I could miss that many people in front of me though. In this one.
Yeah.
Pause real quick. When you step on the platform, you're gonna have bright lights in your face. You won't be able to see behind those lights.
You think so? Oh, okay.
Same with the bodybuilding stage
Brazilian,
though.
You think so? Stop it.
Same with the bodybuilding stage though. With the bodybuilding stage, there's lights in front of you, so you can't see anyone.
Yeah, I never really look at the audience. It's just you and the judges.
So okay, but I like arguably the powerlifting thing is like hella quick, and you have somewhere to put your energy. On the bodybuilding stage, you just have to like clench your body for 2
and
minutes.
I'm, like, shaking on stage.
Yeah.
My smile's like. I guess so.
I think it'll be fun. It's gonna be such a good time. I wish it wasn't so far.
I know.
You
3
like
hours.
driving?
Can't
I
wing it,
know.
right? No.
No. What time is the
9
a.m.?
Yeah.
Ugh. We should have planned this better, dude. Because we wouldn't have gotten tattoos. We're getting the tattoos.
Oh,
on
right.
Friday.
Tattoos Friday. Yeah.
But yeah, you have to do you have to keep going, and you have to do one closer in Edison.
Yeah,
and
maybe
then-
I'll do one in October.
Yeah. But I think I think also like just stretching the identity thing real quick, but like outside of fitness, I think that applies to relationships and like identity as a daughter, identity as a partner, identity as a thing. I think it applies to work.
Please.
Applies to work. Your identity as like
you as a corporate girly. And
Yeah.
like letting go of your job.
yeah, that and like a trainer or like just all of these accolades because all they are is accolades, right? And like I think it's finding a balance, right? Like we're humans, we're built to work and we're built to find success in places, and you have to put that energy somewhere. So to an extent it's healthy, but when that is all you think that you're made up of, that's when I feel like it gets detrimental, and that's when I feel like people get too scared to try new things. You know, and I feel like, go ahead.
When you talk about like relationships, are you saying like, can you explain?
Like, I feel like when you think about yourself, like when I think about myself as like a daughter or a sister or a wife,
yeah.
I just don't want any of that to like overtake my identity as like an individual. I feel because it depends on like your circumstances in life. I feel like you can get pulled in any of those directions, because when you're sitting and listing all of the titles you have, like those are also a part of like your list of titles that you have, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just like a
You're
balance.
saying to not let one consume you.
Yeah.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah, or like be like your whole identity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it allows you to just keep like a constant mirror on yourself, which is important, I think, especially when you get into your, you know, I've like also heard the age conversation happen a lot too with like, you know, you're married now and like in your 30s it's harder to do X, Y, and Z, and like training in your 30s is different, and
right, you're gaining muscle at this age.
yeah, all the thing. And I think again, that is also what we were talking about earlier. That is also just tying an identity and making that your whole identity, so that you have now this boundary of what you can and cannot do, because I am this, so I cannot that. Right? Or like, I'm a bodybuilder, so I cannot powerlift. Or like, I am in my 30s, so I cannot lose weight. Or like, I am this, so I cannot that. And it's like, what are you talking about? You know?
Like that.
Yeah. Just made that up just now.
That was really
yeah,
great.
that was an epiphany on the spot. So speaking of weight loss, did you watch the Jillian Michaels?
Yes, because you sent it to me.
Did you watch the 2-hour Jillian Michael versus 20 body positivity?
I have to be honest, I did not finish it, not to completion, but I got more than halfway.
Yeah, which was, I mean, I think it was repeating similar themes.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of stuff in there. Like, there was a lot. And
What did you think?
I have so many thoughts. So many thoughts. I mean, I think her claims were so scientific. Like, obesity is not healthy, and thinking it is puts lives at risk. And like even her other 3 claims were just quite objective, in my opinion. And I think the body positivity movement is not as black and white.
I agree with that.
Right? And I think there's nothing. I think there's just like extremes to everything. And I think my view.
I'm getting nervous here.
My view. So am I. My view of the body positive. Like I used to be overweight too. Like I used to the whole reason I started going to the gym was because like I was like I feel icky. I don't like this. And I feel like it's so funny because when I was overweight, and like it has nothing to do, and it might be derailing, maybe not, but when I tell this to Sok all the time, when I was objectively way less physically fit and like I was overweight and I was like just heavier and like my confidence was just like through the roof. Like I thought I was a shit. And then I started going to the gym and all this stuff, and I started bodybuilding, and then for some reason it had like an inverse relation to my confidence. I don't know why, So I mean, there's no black and white to it because I think body positivity applies to everybody all the time, because I think that you should always like not be critical and hard on yourself because you hate yourself because of the way you look a certain way, or because you want to be better, or because you're not thin enough, or like in bodybuilding world you're not like just strong enough, or whatever it is. I think it applies all the time because I mean it extends into like bodybuilding and dysmorphia and everything. I think the thing that it's tricky for me to digest is the part where it's like if your physical situation, if you're physically prone to a lot of health conditions and things that will affect your mortality and just not allow you to live your maximum output physically, I think that you can be body positive and want to continue to make your physical scenario better. I think it should be like, I love my body and I will continue to work on making it better for the longevity of my life, instead of like, I love my body.
Just I love my body and this is how I am.
Period.
This is,
yeah.
Right.
So I don't know how much of a contradiction that is to the body positivity movement. And I think I said it a lot nicer than Jillian Michaels said it.
Yes, you did.
Because she was yelling.
She was.
Yeah.
Damn, son.
What was your opinion?
Think where I want to go with
this. You want to get closer to the mic a little bit?
Okay, here.
Speak with your chest about your feelings about...
It's hard. It's hard because I used to be... And when I first watched like the whole Jillian Michaels thing, I was like, damn, that first half, I agree with her. Or I would agree with the claim that obesity is not healthy.
Yeah. And thinking it is puts lives at risk. I think that was the claim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had agreed with that.
Yeah.
And then the people that were debating with her, I felt like they didn't really have, like, shown propisar, like, yeah, maybe substance or like, What's the word?
No, it's hard. It's hard to like.
Hold on.
Yeah.
This is me right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Great.
Yeah.
I guess when I think obesity, I think somebody who's like 450 pounds.
Because we all have an image of it in our heads, right? And you know what? That's crazy because it's like when you said that, like when I think of that, I think of this.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what the movement is like designed to like build like a support system and empathy for. And which is fine because this is like the debate was like facts versus feelings, man. Like it wasn't a fact versus fact debate in my opinion. It just wasn't. And I think that the movement is trying to just have a more supportive environment for those feelings, which are valid because it's really tough and everyone's journeys are tough and like it's this very deep rooted and like
and I think that the whole body positivity thing, it truly is like it helps things. Body positivity to me, it's more about like self-acceptance.
Yeah.
Right. And it's not just about the number on the scale.
Yeah.
But it's everything, right? It's cellulite, it's stretch marks, it's, I don't know, armpit hair, right? It's
anything.
It's rocking your grays. It's literally the spectrum is so huge.
Yeah.
And I think body positivity equals acceptance, and it breeds like self-love, right? Because someone who hates the way that they look and they are, just absolutely disgusted. God, why did I have to take it there? No, but someone who hates the way that they look, they're not going to choose to do the things to make them feel better, look better, change.
It's hard,
right?
Yeah.
Because if they start training, then it's now a punishment, and training is not meant to be a punishment. We always say that training is an act of self-love. It's self-respect, right? And so if you hate the way that you look, you're not going to choose to train, and you're not going to pick that, right? So I think that body positivity, like you said, creates that atmosphere where someone can accept who they are and then still want to be better, and they're gonna choose to change for better. It's like a weird analogy almost, right? Like because you go through that phase where you're like, I hate the gym, like this is the worst thing ever, like, and that transition is like really hard. And I don't know if you can pinpoint when you got to the other side of that, but like I spent like 5 years doing so much dumb shit, like wasting my time on like all this stuff that just wasn't gonna work because I was just like, I just wanted to avoid the work so much. And it's almost like training at that time was like, I was like rebelling against it because it's like, I know I should do this thing, but like, don't tell me to do that thing. So I'm not gonna do that thing almost in like a weird way. And I fought it for so long. And I feel like the mindset I have now of like self-love and stuff, like you said, is really hard. It's really hard to get to that point. And I think the whole reason this debate even happened on Jubilee was because I think I agree with you, body positivity is everything. But all of the other things of like gray hair or cellulite and stuff are not affecting your health. And that's like the fact, which I had a tough time swallowing that was even the debate. Because it's one thing to want an environment where we're advocating for like no discrimination against whatever you look like and stuff, and she kind of derailed a lot into just like, a lot of times her subtle undertones were like, who cares, like just do what you need to do, and like like everyone has the tools and the means, like just do it, what's the problem? And like we know it's like not how she went about it. She was calling people dude and sweetheart, and she
knew what she was doing,
degrading in that way. I didn't like it. And I feel like towards the end she wasn't really hearing people's stories, right? Like she came with facts, and I understand it's a debate and she wants to like win and prove her point, and there is sense in some of the things that she's saying, right? I think that a lot of people can agree with that fact or disagree, but can agree with that. But what I didn't like is how she couldn't empathize with people, right? And like that taps into the whole mental health, eating disorders, so a person's environment and how that shapes them into the decisions and the things that they they know or that they've done, patterns, right? Like I want to use an
example.
Did I talk about this? Yeah, myself. Okay, so I think I was talking about how like environment shapes you, right? And I wanted to use that as an example because like when I started modeling, right? First of all, super young. So you're like a sponge.
Impressionable.
Whatever. So impressionable. And I'm on the shorter end of models. I'm not like a giraffe. And so these girls are like tall and lanky and just slender, model looking.
Yeah.
And because I'm shorter now, I really need to get skinny or else I am not going to fit in.
Okay.
Right. So it's almost like it's a good thing. The smaller you are, the better. And if agencies would make it known. Like they would literally weigh you every single week to make sure that you're still within the weight. And if you're not, like there is a punishment. They don't give you pocket money, things like that to like even survive. And so in my head, I guess I like internalized that and I was like, okay, skinny equals good.
Yeah.
Must do everything to lose weight.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't because I hated my body, but it's because of the environment in which I was in. And this was my profession, and now I have to be skinny. And that's where I developed bulimia for a hot minute.
Really?
Yeah. So I would like eat, throw up. I would even do this crazy thing of like just chew food and spit it out. I wouldn't even swallow it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that went on for like a couple of years.
Wow.
And that...
And then body positivity applies to that because that is
Yeah.
also unhealthy. So it's like you said, it's not black and white. And it took you, did fitness take you out of that?
It did. I mean, going to India really is what saved me because every other country in Asia wants that tiny, tiny look.
Yeah.
India is like more accepting of bigger body types.
Yeah.
So there I could like breathe. And I was like, oh, they actually like this. Oh, I can gain weight. Oh, I
Yeah.
can train. I can build muscle.
Yeah.
I can be 10 kilos
Yeah.
heavier and they still accept me.
Wow.
That was like my saving
Which is so
thing.
crazy, right?
Yeah.
Because it's all it just depends on your story. It saves you. Like those norms that are so detrimental to certain people in that country, like saved you. So it just depends on. Yeah, I think it's not black and white. Like none of it's black and white.
Yeah.
And I think.
But I think this is where I wanted to, sorry, wow, I'm like, but back then I would train and I would just like run endless out, like hours on the treadmill, you know, and I would just eat super little to try and stay skinny. And that's
Yeah.
like the difference. See where I am now. And like
Yeah.
now I choose training.
Yeah.
And it's completely different. And my relationship with food and like,
Oh my God, yeah.
yeah, it's so contrasting.
It's incredible.
But
And
that's why I think body positivity
and it applies in so many, again, like, and there was a point in the podcast I talked about, I mean, the YouTube video that talked about that too. It's like, it comes in, it's like expands beyond just people that are overweight or fat bodied or obese.
Whatever term you want to
So
use.
many words. Yeah, but like, I mean, they also
Because what was
mean
that
the same
third
thing.
claim about eating disorders and trauma?
It's oversimplified, like into something, you know.
Yeah.
I
That's the one
actually
I
want to
didn't
see what
agree
claim
with.
it is. Wait, what was the claim? She's saying stuff like the body positivity movement is saying like, just eat whatever and feel how you feel and eat when you feel like eating and stuff. Even if you have anorexia or bulimia or if you're binge eating, because she's saying that like your satiety cues are shot and if you're binging, you're not going to have a sense of fullness. So like you can't just do whatever you want because you're not going to solve the eating disorder by doing whatever you want. She's saying like if you have anorexia, you can't be oversimplify it and say just eat when you feel like eating because you're body positive and you should just do what you feel like doing, because if you do that, you're never going to gain the healthy weight back because your body doesn't know when it's hungry because you're anorexic.
Yeah, I disagree with the claim. I think that's okay to an extent, and this is where
I just feel like she's dismissing people's
Yeah, that's what it
experiences.
is.
You
Yeah.
know,
Like,
it's
what she said is great. Like what you said is true, but there's also so much in between. Like with this girl.
I think she's oversimplifying people's feelings.
that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I think she's,
Yeah.
yeah. So you disagree with that claim?
I disagree with her claim because I feel like she's being dismissive of people's experiences, and it's not just as simple as why don't you just accept yourself?
Because this stuff is so psychological. It's like all of this stuff is so psychological. Your body responding to anything you do is so psychological. So, I mean, I agree.
And like I said, like the environment, that was the perfect example, right?
Yeah. Do you feel like there was like a point in time decision for when you transitioned, or do you feel like it gradually happened over time?
It gradually happened
Over time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel like, I guess this is I think the one thing that I do think should be set in stone is that like, did you ever refute that going to the gym, not even weight training, because a lot of people have like myths and stuff with just weights in general, but like, did you ever think that going to the gym and eating healthy was not objectively the right thing to do? Because I think that's what I struggle with, is like the body positivity movement. You can stay there, like you can do whatever. You can choose to accept your body the way it is and all of this stuff. Like you can choose to do. I don't think that it should be like a discussion of like you shouldn't be body positive until you are a certain way.
You are X. Yeah.
But there's like, you can stay here, right? But there's a bridge here that is like that working out, moving your body, and eating healthy are objectively healthier choices for any Homo sapien. And I think that what the episode did was this body positivity movement tried to like say that this bridge was fake. Like the bridge is not even in your movement. It's like outside your movement. Whether you choose to cross it or not is up to you. But don't act like it's not real.
You're saying to act like the bridge isn't real?
No, I think the activists were saying that like training and all this stuff, it's like I don't have to do that, or like that is not the way to be healthier, or like you can say I don't have to do that, but don't say that it's not the way to be healthier. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to cross the bridge, but don't say that the bridge is not gonna be better.
Okay.
But you don't have to cross it. Like no one's making you cross it.
Right.
But let's not act like crossing it's gonna make your life worse. Is my point.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I'm just trying to think of.
I just don't know how much that dismantles the body positive, because they just want to. If you want to you just do what you do, that's fine, right? I think that's all it is. It's just like accept me. Yeah, I'm accepted for who I am, and I don't need to change. But the argument of like, this is the best thing for me, is the argument, right? I don't know. Did my bridge analogy make sense?
He did it. He shook his head. I'm just like.
Like, okay, let me try it. I'm gonna think of another analogy. Like, okay, so like the body positivity, their entire argument in the entire show was just I want to feel acceptance. Like the body positivity movement is like, I am fine how I am. And I should be accepted by society. I should be able to accept myself, and no doctors or nobody should be coming around telling me that I need to lose weight. That's kind of my understanding of the movement. Same?
Yeah.
Or am I missing like a piece?
No, I think
that's like
right.
kind of it, right? And I think that's, to me, it's like because at the end of the day, like nobody should be concerned with what anybody else is doing in their life. Like to me,
stay in your lane.
Yeah, and if that's how if you feel like your capacity ends at I just want to accept the way I am and that will make me happy and I'm good, that's fine. Right. That's totally fine.
But bettering your health is not a priority, just say that instead of saying that it's impossible to change.
Yes, or that this is my healthiest, or that I am healthy like this, or like I am max. You know what I'm saying? Like my point is like the objective piece of like training or whatever, anything that will just get you healthier, not skinnier, not fitter, just healthier from like a internal mortality, medicinal standpoint, moving more, eating better, all these things, like they are objectively options outside of the body positivity bubble. No, you don't have to do those options, but they are objectively better options, you know? And I think the movement loses me a little bit when they say like, no, that's not better for me. And it's like, but that's where I get lost, because like I 10 toes down, I just get lost because I'm like that shouldn't affect like how your journey is with your body positivity, but you can't say that that's not
better for you, or like
objectively,
right?
Because on any given day, like movement is better,
right?
If you're able to do it, you know.
And then there's people like there was like this one girl who said, I tried everything. I went to the gym once, and I did yoga, I did Pilates, I did the dieting, but that's not working. And it's like,
I had a
small
reaction to that.
percentage of, because I don't want to generalize, right?
Yeah.
But there are people who give. I'm like, is it safe to say this?
Just, we'll cut it if it's bad.
Okay, like people.
Move up.
Like I said, they don't prioritize it, right? Or they'll give like excuses, or some people are lazy.
I know.
Yeah.
And
but there are two sides to it, because yes, there will be the person who is the O word, right? And they hold on. Let me think how I want to say this. Okay. Two overweight people. There will be. So there's a person who is a victim and say that I am this way and there's absolutely nothing that I could do. I was born into this. I went to the gym, not for me. I tried a diet, not for me. And when I hear that, and I think that they are giving excuses, there are some who are, there are little things that you could do, right? If the gym's not for you, we've always said this, move a little. Something's better than nothing. Yeah. Right? Make better choices, whatever that is. If there's like a lack of education, like go out there and try and learn and ask and get informed to make better choices, right? So there's that. But then there's also a side that we should empathize with. Yeah. Like mental health. Yeah. And like some people just, I don't know, going through depression, right? Yeah. The last thing that is on their mind is to, I don't know, spend time in the kitchen, make better meals, or move more. Or it's just like so debilitating that they can't do anything. Yep. So there are two sides. You can't just look at an overweight person and just be like, they're freaking lazy. Yeah, you can't. I agree with you completely. Right? We don't know the backstory. Yeah. And I think we don't know the environment, how they were brought up. Yeah. All of that. Yeah. And every single situation warrants a very unique response. And I think that a lot of people deserve and need like a very loving approach to this, because I do think that the fitness industry is very insensitive to people that aren't there already. I agree. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And I like, and that's why it's so intimidating. Like this whole concept of gym anxiety and stuff, like where does it come from? You know, because there is a stereotype, sometimes true, sometimes not, of like people that have been in it have like a complex of themselves and like an ego of themselves, which like is good and bad also, because you work so hard on yourself, so you want to be able to like reap the benefits of feeling really good because you work so hard on yourself. But I think that scares people. And it was kind of mentioned in the episode a little bit. I think I caught that part. Yeah, she said something like, so she actually agreed with one of the activists on this point, where she was like, do you feel like the fitness industry is doing a good job of making sure people that aren't their fittest selves are not discriminated against? And she's like, we're not doing a good job. We could be doing better. Because it's not a matter of like protecting them so that they stay as they are, but like discriminating against them. The same thing you see on social media of like, if someone's in the gym trying, like they're doing something wrong, or they're just like, but they're there, they're there in the room doing the thing. Yeah. So I think, I mean, there is an aspect of it being like super intimidating, because people are judgy. Yeah. I mean, it sucks. And it takes a lot. Like it takes like mental, I can imagine it takes so much to get there and everything, but there's, I think every situation has an answer for how healthier choices can be introduced in anybody's life, no matter the blockers that I was about to say dependencies because of work. That's crazy. But like the factors and stuff, like I don't believe there's a scenario, and it could be like the hardest mountain to climb, but it's still there and it's still like climbable. Like I think it's doable. It's not that far out of reach, right? Yeah, and and like I get it. Like I get the whole negative reinforcement thing, because I think I've talked about this like a lot just in general. I think negative reinforcement works for some people, and like it's that concept of like Arnold Schwarzenegger's like dad situation was awful, and he ended up being
the greatest bodybuilder like of all time, and his brother committed suicide. And so it's like some negative situations and the negative reinforcement of like, no, I'm going to be better, shape certain people and personalities, and it breaks certain people and personalities.
There's both,
extremes. And like some people just need positive reinforcement, and I think it's just the way you go about these things. But there's always a path forward. I think there's always a path forward, and sometimes it just could be like really hard to find it, and it takes time.
There's some people in that movement who are like, there is no path.
Yes. I think there's always a path.
There is. And
it could be like a really hard path with a lot of like potholes and stuff, but like it's there.
Yeah. The option is there.
Yeah. The path, it's not exist. I don't think there's a single scenario for a human being where there is no path. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
So when people do say, I have this condition, I am stuck, there's nothing that I could do, I've tried everything.
Because when you think of, even in the episode, like I leaned in when one of the activists said, I've tried everything, and was asked the question, what did you try? And the topic was changed. So if, again, this comes back to like the earlier point in the episode where like, you know, when I was asked like, why can't you work out at 6 a.m.? And I was like, wait a minute, like there really is no reason. I just don't want to do it. Like there was literally no reason, nothing in my life stopping me from waking up before work and going to the gym. I just, at its core, did not want to do that because it sounded miserable.
It sounded
terrible. But that does not equate to I can't. That just means I don't want to.
Yeah, I was having a discussion with one of my girls, and she's like, I admire people who go to the gym at 4 o'clock in the morning or go to the gym after a long ass day at work with zero energy and they still get it done. But she also said, I think it's a luxury to be able to do that, or they have a good support system in which they're able to do so. What do you think about that?
That is a really good question. Yeah, I agree. Okay, that is a very good question.
Because she's like, I can't do that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a really good question. I am stumped. I think it's important to. I was
saying how like this one girl. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
were you still?
No, I'm good. I just want to like get it out.
Thinking.
Yeah, I'm good. I think. I am very fortunate that I don't have to, because I think about it a lot. Like I've had interactions with a lot of like women in the past and clients, like older clients that have not had the support system from a cultural standpoint with their parents. And I've heard stories from friends about, their wives being like, why are you at the gym so long? Like, I don't really want that, or I don't want you looking better than me, so I'm just not going to like support you eating healthier than me or anything like that. You just like, I hear these things a lot, and I can't imagine how much more difficult that is. Like, I'm very fortunate that my partner it is such a blessing to have a partner that you live with that does the same thing as you, that you don't have to be like, I'm sorry, I have to disappear for 2 hours a day because I need to go prioritize my training, because that causes rifts in relationships if that understanding is not there. So I can't imagine.
Yeah.
But I think my point goes back to like, it really is just like what do you want more for yourself? And it goes back to two things. I love how nicely this episode is tying together, because it goes back to making sure that none of your responsibilities and your titles in your life as a partner or a daughter or anything override your individual self that you want to maintain for yourself. That's the first one. And I think there still is always a path. That might be like a crazy amount of potholes in that path, but it's still there.
It's still there.
Yeah. And home gyms are an option. And
workouts,
Peloton is an option. Like, you don't have to do, especially if you're not somebody that's like hardcore about weight training.
Right.
Like, no one's like, I think that we always look at the gym as like, you're either not going or you're a bodybuilder. Like, there are so many different
things that you could do.
And especially with the abundance. You want to talk about food abundance today? Look at the abundance of classes of movement, HIIT, Pilates, yoga, YouTube, TikTok, live Facebook, Zoom, and everything that you could do. Talk about that. Why don't we talk about the abundance of that? You could literally do anything, but as long as you're like breaking a sweat, you're good.
You're right.
Sorry.
Right. So
Brand over.
It's just like
yeah. Good question.
Good answer.
Thanks.
Ultimately,
Yeah.
Two things can exist.
At the same time.
That's it.
Two things can be true.
Love your body and still want change.
Yes.
Right?
Period. I think we could have done a better job.
At saying that?
Yeah, no, no,
Oh.
no. No. At the debate. I don't think I could stand my ground against 20 people debating me. I would just scream.
I'd walk out after the first one. I'd be like,
You're
I'm so sorry.
Stupid. Oh, totally different reactions. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh my gosh.
What's your PR song? What's your PR song
right.
of the week for your prep?
Let me show you. I got a good one.
What have I been listening to?
I'm gonna have to listen to the
Ooh, I have
nonstop
one. Dude, all my music is Punjabi music, bro. I can't show people the song you wrote for me, Sequinder. I mean, real.
Why not?
Huh?
You don't want to? I'm gonna fast forward to my favorite part. Can I do that?
Sure.
So you remember I introduced you to Suicide Boys? I'm still on that
Yes.
kick.
Okay. Is this gonna scare me? Hold on. Wait.
No.
Okay.
No,
I have to be ready. I feel like there's a beat switch coming.
Listening to that in the car, that was hard.
Hold on, let me just get it.
Have you seen the music video to that?
No. I think this is it. Misfit. Wait for it.
That's when you do your squat. That's when you do your squat. This is fire. Send me that. Send me that. Send me that.
It's so good.
Noise. Silk's gonna like that too. Can I just say that the goosebumps that I get from
listen to
the
this.
lyrics in Punjabi music, that's romantic because it's so romantic, feeds my adrenaline when I do my lifts. It's really fucking weird.
That's weird.
I know.
That is weird.
I know.
It's a vibe though. I love this. I could like bump this in a.
It's like the slowest songs. Like I do so well with my lifts. I don't get it.
I have some exercises that I listen
Really?
to really slow songs.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
didn't get
tempo
it.
stuff or pause.
Yeah.
This is cool. Who is this?
Tegi Pannu.
What's his name?
Tegi Pannu.
Degi Pano. I've never heard of him.
He's like not new, but
okay.
he's on the uppity up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yay. Hey, Annabelle, we did 5